There's an invincible tax that every small business owner pays, and he's not aware of it. Yes, just follow me. I'm not talking about FIRS, so I'm not talking about maybe VAT or the BIR that everyone pays. I'm talking about the tax of small thinking. The tax of small thinking. Yes, you've been thinking so small, but you don't know. You don't know. Okay, maybe let me tell you how it feels like. You have a good customer who wants to spend 500k with you on your services, on your value, but deep down you feel uncomfortable quoting that number because you don't even believe in your value, right? So what happens? You quote 150k instead. Do you know what you just did? You just tax yourself 350k in one conversation. 350k in one conversation. Yes. You know, when I had the idea to expand Pantech to Port Harcourt, I almost talked myself out, you know, out of it. Then, because it was going to cost me over £1 billion naira, I was like, the time is not right. I was like, no, man, spending that on automobile. Because I didn't want to think small, I went ahead and execute. And now we have Autoland in Port Harcourt, which is the biggest automobile workshop in South. And we now have real estate in Port Harcourt also. There is a 22 billion naira project. Yes, 22 billion naira project, the OA City Garden, right? Now, if I was thinking small, I would have just taxed myself 12 months of potential growth in Port Harcourt. Think it. Yes. And now you that is listening to me, maybe, let's say you that is listening to me now, you need to advertise online to reach more people, right? But you feel it's too expensive, it's too complicated. You're going to spend more money. So you keep depending on your normal traditional advertising your business. You know what you just did? You just taxed yourself thousands of potential customers, but you don't know. You don't know. Small thinking is very expensive. I keep telling my friends, small thinking is very, very expensive. It's costing you more. It costs you more than the electricity bill you pay, more than the rent that you pay in your office. And even you look at your operational budget, when you think small, that thinking costs you more. Now, where do even small thinking come from? That's one question I keep asking. Most of our small business owners, because we say they are small business owners, they keep thinking small. Where does this small thinking come from? It comes from the environment we grew up from, our parents, our friends. Yes, when you watch people struggle, when you watch them think small, you now tell yourself, this is the narrative, this is the way. No. That's how you've been running that program ever since you grew up. And it's like a burden for me, right? It's like a burden for me. So I have another program for you that will help you in thinking and executing big things. I have another program for you. That's the 6 weeks mentorship program with the billionaire mechanic. Because the first upgrade you get, the first thing you will get is not in your business, it's in your mind. It's in your mind. And working on your mind is something I have the natural tendencies for. That's why they call me the billionaire mechanic. The mechanic that is not just fixing cars, is fixing minds and businesses. Right? I have the natural, is an anointing. That's in all Akaraka. Right? All Akaraka. The cohort 1 testimonies are amazing, overwhelming. You want that kind of testimony? Join the Billionaire Mechanic Mentorship Mastermind Program. Right? It's a 6 weeks mastermind program. And we're going to change how you think. I'll share my experiences and hold you by the hand and make sure you're talking in billions, right? Billion, they had you talk. You're talking with a billionaire mechanic. You start thinking in billions, man. Profit in billions is possible. Share this video. I love you guys. I love you guys. I get you more. See you tomorrow.